And today we're going to be focusing on the jaw, the base of the head, and the neck, just to unwind tension from that area. So the main things that we're going to be using today are a set of therapy balls and a block. If you don't have a block, that's not a problem. You can use a couple books as well. But for some of the postures, we will be on our side, and the ball has to be slightly elevated. And that's all we're going to use today. It's going to be a really simple class, really focal on the head and neck, the tops of the shoulders. And this block will also double to support the hips for one of the postures. So let's begin in a really nice way. We're all going to lie onto our backs. Take your block and take your therapy balls in a tote or in a sock if you don't have the tote, and just lie right on your back. Therapy balls are going to just nudge up right against the bony ridge at the base of the head. And here at that bony ridge, you're just going to allow the balls to decompress the area between the head and the neck. So right where the skull sits on top of the neck, we're just trying to create a little distraction and lengthening. So my legs are bent right now. You can let the soles of the feet fall together if that feels nice, or you could even let the legs extend out. Whatever feels comfortable and sustainable for you, allow the legs to relax. And then just for a moment, allow the arms to relax. We will come back to the arms in just a second. And just let go of any efforting, any thinking, whatever you're coming from, or whatever you have waiting for you after this class, just let all of that melt away. Just settle into the present moment, feeling in the sensations of the body, the weight of your body on the floor, noting where the feet touch the floor, the hips touch the floor, how the spine's supported by the floor beneath you. Feel the shoulder blades roll back and feel the palms open up from the shoulders and shoulder blades. And then let the head just drop into the balls. Maybe wiggle the jaw a little bit. Just notice the tension if you're coming in with tension in your jaw. Open and close it, move it side to side. And then when you pause in stillness, keep a little bit of space between the teeth and the lips, so that the teeth are slightly parted and the lips are slightly open. Like the bottom jaw is heavy, just hanging there. And then take a deep breath in through your mouth, and then exhale all the way out. Do that 2 more times. Letting go of anything you're carrying with you. Last time, big exhalation. And then flutter your eyes open. This first activity is actually going to utilize the eyes. So we're going to use the eyes to help relax and release the musculature at the base of the head. So this first exercise, you're not going to move anything but the eyes in the sockets. So take your gaze and look up to the top of your head, like you're trying to look at the crown of your head. Your eyes almost start to gaze backward, and actively look up as hard as you can. like you're trying to look at the back of the eyelid. It should take a lot, it should feel like a lot of effort in the eyes. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then release. Blink the eyes. Let them soften gently. And then let's do that 2 more times. Look the eyes up, straight up in the socket, up. You might even feel it where the ball and the back of the head meet. Trying to look behind your head with just the eyeball in the eye socket. And then release. And then let's do that one more time. Look up. And then release. So a lot of us spend time on screens and that intense focus, so that converging of the eyes towards something central and close to you actually increases the tension in this region. Versus if your gaze diverges and looks towards a horizon, that tends to be more relaxing. So we all spend a lot of time converging our vision onto something digital and something close. So doing some of this eye reset can be really beneficial for headaches, for jaw pain, for head pain. So now the next one, we're going to stay on the same theme. Take the eyes and look to the top left corner of the eye. Both eyes go up and left. Together the eyes are going up and left, looking as far as you can. Keep looking a little farther, farther. Keep looking for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. And just right there, I felt a change in the base of my left skull, right where the balls meet. You might feel nothing at all, and that's okay. And the more you do these type of practices, the more you're able to sort of feel subtle changes. So let's do that 2 more times. Look up and left. Keep looking. Hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And even if you have some vision difficulty, if you wear readers, you may notice that after doing exercises like this, you might even be able to see a little bit better. Last time, up and left. Hold for 5, 4, 3. Keep looking. Active eyes. Up. And then release. And then maybe just a little reset before we go to the right. Just do a gentle nod of your chin. Reposition those therapy balls to the just right spot if they moved a little bit. Make sure they're right where they need to be. And use your body as the guide. So it's the sensations of your body that allow you to position the balls right where they need to be. Just close the eyes for a second. Let go of any efforting. Let the eyes drop back in the sockets. Take a big exhale. And now gaze over to the right, up and to the right top corner of the eye. Both eyes track right and up. Look that direction. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Soften the eyes on the release. Maybe even gently close the eyelids for a second. And then let's do that 2 more times. Look up and right. Hold it. Keep looking. Up and to the right. 3, 2, 1. And release. Soften the eyes and the eyelids, even maybe move the jaw. And then last time, up and right, look with the eyes, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, up, and release. Soften the eyelids, exhale fully, maybe nod again, feel the difference in the base of the head. Maybe even gently rock the head side to side, doing a little no. So you rock back and forth from the therapy ball on the left to the right. Kind of like a rocking chair, just easing from one ball to the other. A gentle soothing rocking along the base of the head. And then find stillness again. And now let's find your hands, wiggle your fingers, and bring your hands right onto your body. So one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. And then let's shift into the breathing body, the breath body, breath awareness. Our breath is one of the quickest ways to target and to shift the nervous system from the fight and flight to the rest and digest. I started with the eyes because 60% of all of our sensory input comes through our vision. So that's a great way to reset our sensory input. And vision is often associated with that sympathetic system of the nervous system, scanning the environment for safety and threat. So now that we put that at ease a little bit, keep the eyes softly shut. And shift into the breath. Just notice the breath flowing in and out of the body. Without the need to change it to begin, just breathe. And we shift to the rest and digest and restore system of the nervous system by lengthening our breath. So let's breathe in for 4. Hold that breath for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold the exhale. Now inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale 4. And empty for 4. This time inhale for 6. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6. Hold for 2. Inhale for 6. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6. Hold for 2. Inhale for 6. After your inhale, hold for 2. Try to lengthen the breath to 8 on the way out now. Making the exhale longer than the inhale. Pausing at the emptying. And then gently breathing in again for 6. Pause. Lengthening the exhale now as long as comfortable. Counting to 8, maybe to 10. Pausing gently in the emptiness without straining. Then when the inhale comes, breathe in again for 6. Try 3 more rounds on your own. Emptying the exhale as long as possible, elongating that out, letting go of breath. One more round. And then letting go of the breath control, letting go of the hands, sensing the breath in the body. Just come back to normal, resting breath, body breathing itself. And notice just briefly what's going on in the jaw. Are you doing any clenching, any grinding, any tightening? Are you efforting through the face, through the eyes and the jaw? Maybe you can just start to create a tiny smile, and that little smile, that little ounce of joy will help soften the jaw. And then take your hands to your knees. Use your hands to pull your knees together or pull them up if they were apart. And then remove the balls from the base of your head. Just for a moment, lie flat on your back, removing the block from behind you. And you'll feel like your head just sinks way down into the earth. You might feel a tingling, heat, sensation radiating through the head and the skull. Allow that sensation, welcoming it, and waiting for it to subside. And then now take your block or your books, whatever you had your therapy balls sitting on, and let's place the hips up on here. Now we're in a gentle inversion. And this inversion type posture, just the position itself, can be very restorative to the body. It helps restore the blood to the heart and to the brain. And again, just this position in itself is nurturing to the nervous system. It's grounding. So allow yourself to just be here and feel the quality of this posture. And as you're ready, take your therapy balls and take them out of the tote. And place those therapy balls right in that bulky, meaty area of the upper trap. If you're gonna go just in that L between the neck and the shoulder. And any of you that have taken class with me before might have done this, because this is literally one of my favorites. So make sure you're not on the neck or in the neck. You're right at the junction, and you should feel like you're in that meaty part. Maybe you roll up or down a little bit to find that just right spot. And you might feel a little something already here, or you might feel nothing at all. If this feels good and if this feels right, stay right here. If you're ready for something else, bring the arms straight up overhead. I kind of want that sort of sense of puppet arms. You're just hanging here. So really soft elbows, really soft fingertips, hands up towards the sky. And then just do a couple of reaches up towards the sky with your hands, reaching from the shoulder blades, and then dropping the shoulders back towards the floor. So shoulders round and come apart from one another, and then just drop back towards the floor. Do that again, moving the shoulder blades apart, and then shoulder blades together. Breathing deeply, using as little energy as possible. Note what's going on in the tops of the shoulders. Are you efforting? If so, try to keep all the muscles soft and relaxed. Note what's going on in the face, in the forehead. Are you wrinkling the forehead or clenching the jaw? Two more times. Reach up and then release. Last time, reach up. And then as you release, let the arms come up overhead. Interlace your hands to opposite elbows or towards opposite forearms if you can. I can't quite reach my elbows here, but I kind of make a circle overhead. And now as you make that circle overhead with your arms, you'll feel increased weight, increased pressure, and a sense of compression right into the meaty upper trap. You want to be on bulky muscle here. And all I want you to do is start to breathe. Breathing right into the upper part of the lungs, where you feel the ball and the body meet. We're right in the apex of the lungs here. The apex sits right under the collarbone, between the collarbone and shoulder blade. If you feel like you don't have quite enough sensation, the hips can go a little higher, so you can turn your block up to a higher height. If you have a foam roller is a nice prop for under the pelvis. Just allow the stress, allow the strain to drain out of the top of your shoulders back towards the floor. With any efforting, come back to the breath. You find yourself starting to think or the mind starts to wander, come back to the exhalation, tracing the exhalation out of the body, elongating the exhalation. As a means of following the letting go. Take 3 more rounds of breath here. And then now the arms start to create angel type motion. So just sweeping the arms along the floor like you're making snow angels. Feeling the movement of the top corner of the shoulder blade against the therapy ball. Repositioning if necessary, finding that just right spot for you. Keeping it out of the neck, right way at that junction of the neck and the shoulders, at that crease of that L. And then maybe as you're doing your snow angel arms, when your arms come down by your sides, take them and cross them over, giving yourself a big hug, reaching for opposite shoulder blades as you come through the middle. Then let the arms unfold and then come back down. You're right at the top corner of the shoulder blade, so you should feel the shoulder blade kind of rolling over the ball a little bit here. Reposition as necessary. Cross the arms as you come up through the middle. Arms unfurl and come down. One more time with this arm on top. Inhaling on the way up. And then nice exhale. Even sighing as the arms come down. On the next round, switch the cycle of the arms so that the opposite arm comes on top. Cross the other arm over. Give yourself a big hug. Arms reach up, around, and down. Arms reach up, around, and down. Last circle. Really smooth, fluid movement. Hands down. When the arms come back down by your sides, remove the prop from under your hips. Take your therapy balls out from behind your shoulders and just for a moment lie flat on your back, feeling yourself sink into the floor, letting go of any efforting. Let your body be completely at ease, heavy and relaxed on the floor. Feel the heaviness in the arms, in the shoulder blades, in the shoulder, in the head. Now we'll do one stretch here. It's going to be very similar in a way to the position we were just in, but now we'll open up through the chest a little bit, and then before we come up into the head. And this is going to help take us out of that rounded position. So we just worked the shoulder blade mobility, the shoulder mobility. So now I want to come into a nice chest opening stretch. So bend your knees so that the feet are on the floor. Lift your hips. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace the hands like you're folding your hands. Then kind of walk one arm underneath you, walk the other arm underneath you. So you're on the triceps, you're on the arms. The arms are literally underneath your back now. Try to bring the palms together. And then as you get the arms pushing down into the ground, start to lower the hips right onto your hands. You can stay elevated if this is not comfortable to come back down on your hands. But I want you to feel here the opening through the front body. And now get a little tuck of the chin and feel the lengthening through the back of the neck. And as you breathe, breathe across the whole width and breadth of the front of the chest. And then as you exhale, sink just a little bit more towards the floor. Inhale, widening the breath. Coming back to the sensations of the jaw. Notice what's happening to the teeth and the lips. Are they clenching? Are they touching? Gently relax the jaw. What's happening in the eyes, the eyebrows, and the forehead? Soften all that skin above the eyes. Let the eyeballs drop back in the sockets. Hold here for about 3 more breaths. And then gently lift the hips. Release the hands. They may have even started to tingle a little bit, so maybe open and close the fingers till the sensation returns. Feel a rush of warmth, heat, or energy through the arms. And now turn onto your side. So as we turn onto our side, we're going to use the block or your books to support your head, to keep the head in a neutral position. We're going to begin right in the head. So stay on your side, and you're going to start right at your temple. And then progress that ball, like roll that ball back on the temple, and then maybe up. You might hit a little ridge there, and like right up into that ridge. And then now lie right on the ball. So the ball on the block and your head on the ball. And so you're in the hairline now. And while you're in the hairline, just clench the teeth. And when you clench the teeth, you should feel a tightening underneath the ball. If you don't, just slightly move the ball until you feel a tightening or a muscular contraction underneath the ball when you clench your teeth. But then after you find that, let the eyes be heavy, let the jaw be heavy. Relax completely so the weight of your head is resting entirely on the ball. Bending the knees up in front of you, coming towards a fetal type position will give you more comfort. And once you feel the whole weight of the head melt into the ball, start to do a little nod of the head, a little yes. Super gentle. Maybe even pausing at a place in the range where you feel an increase in tension or an increased sensation. And then start to Shake the head no. Really gentle again, feeling the sensations right where the ball and the body meet. Maybe you decide to go back to the nod, or maybe you just find a spot of sensation and find stillness there. If you find that you're thinking too much about what should I do or what am I doing, when in doubt, just pause. Find stillness, let the head be heavy, and let go of the thinking minds, connecting to the sensations of the body where the body and the ball meet, trying to soften the skin under the ball. You may even wiggle the jaw just to reconnect with how is the jaw feeling. Take about 3 or 4 more breaths here. And as you start to relax throughout the course of the session, you may feel and hear gurgling in the stomach. That's an excellent sign. So as we shift into the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest state of the body, you should start to feel digestive movement. When the body is at ease, it can digest food as well as thoughts and emotions. And then gently remove the ball from underneath the temple region. Now we're going to move the ball more into the jaw region. So find your cheekbone right in front of the ear. And then just below the cheekbone, there's going to be a little hollow spot. Right in that hollow spot just below the cheekbone, place your therapy ball right there. Yeah. And gently part the lips and the teeth. And first let your weight just melt into the ball, letting go of any efforting to hold the head up. And then start to gently rotate the head in a no fashion, exploring the territory in the side of the cheek. And then maybe that becomes a nod. Listening to your body for direction. Saying, that's just right. So using the nod up and down or the no left and right to explore the cheek, pausing an area of sensation. And as you find an area of sensation, maybe finding stillness, letting the head just drop into the ball. And as you hold the pressure, as the weight of the head drops into the ball, that sensation, the intensity of sensation will start to disperse. The radius of sensation will build, and the intensity will slowly decrease until you just feel the weight, just the pressure of where the body involves. Take about 5 more breaths here. Maybe even check in and open and close your jaw. Maybe even yawning and dropping the jaw. See what happens. Just observing, not efforting, letting your weight sink with the help of gravity towards the floor. No more efforting. And then as you're ready, remove the ball, shifting to the other side. First coming to the temple region, coming back from the temple into the hairline. There's a little ridge. Letting the ridge rest along the therapy ball. Arriving, maybe clenching the jaw just a couple times to notice if you're in that just right spot. If you're in the temporalis muscle, you'll feel a contraction under the ball, right? Like the scalp tightens a little bit. It's subtle. And then first allow the weight of your head to be heavy. Rocking the head side to side, making a little no. Up and down with a little yes. Maybe opening and closing the jaw a little. Letting your body be the guide. So listen with curiosity, with inquiry to what the body is asking for. There's no right way. So explore what feels right in your body. Maybe it's a little no, maybe it's a little yes, maybe it's just letting the weight of your head sink into the ball. No way is correct. There's no right or wrong way. Just what feels just right for you. So be a student of your body, learning to listen to how to nurture yourself. Take about 5 deep breaths here. Letting your head be heavy, feeling the weight of gravity bring the head to rest on the ball. Finishing up this exploration of the side of the skull. And as you're ready, without rushing, without efforting, lifting your head as little as possible, take your therapy ball just below the cheekbone. Feel the hollow spot in the cheek, below the jaw, and below the cheekbone and above the jaw. Separate the teeth and the lips slightly, and then give a little no, rocking along the side of the cheek to find that just right spot of sensation. When you arrive, pause. Breathe deeply. Surrender the weight of the head to gravity, letting it melt into the ball. Letting go of any muscular strain or efforting in the neck. Let the head be completely supported and relaxed. And then you can explore a little nod or a little no, or just sustaining the compression of the body against the ball. Listening to your body, feeling the sensations of your body, asking, what do I need right now? Reconnect to the sensation of the jaw. Maybe open and close it a little bit. Move it side to side a little bit. Take 2 more deep breaths, letting go through the mouth. Sighing or yawning. And then removing all the props and making your way completely onto your back. Let the jaw sink back towards the floor, allowing the teeth to part. Just flutter the eyes a couple of times and let them rest softly shut. Let the eyeballs fall backwards towards the floor and the eye socket. And then let the brain drop away from the forehead into the back of the skull. Letting the weight of gravity be greater than any muscular effort, any mental effort, as you surrender completely into the support of the ground beneath you, resting in total ease. Remain here as long as you need. Maybe taking just a few more audible exhales through the mouth. Letting go of any last remnants or shadows of tension. And as you're ready, you can slowly transition to your side and then back up to sitting without rushing, taking as much time as you need. Thank you so much for joining.